Welcome back to Everyday Iowa. The Cedar Rapids Independent Film Festival is holding its 22nd edition this weekend at Collins Road Theaters. And joining us with details and everything you need to know about this year's festival is Festival Director Eric Frazee. Welcome.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. So 22 years, I imagine a lot has changed.
It has. Yeah. It's great because, you know, back in 2001, of course, you know, you were lucky if you had an SVHS camcorder to shoot your independent film, and now, of course, we're all carrying around, you know, a film studio in our pockets. So, yeah, it's become much more democratized. You know, someone who back in the day wouldn't have had any you know, method or any means by which to create an independent film now can do it. So it's opened the doors for a lot of people who have stories to tell, but maybe in the past wouldn't have had an opportunity to tell them. And it's great to see just the variety of stories that get to be told.
So does that mean you've had to open up a lot more spots for people to submit, or how many films do you have?
We have 62 films. Not exactly. I mean, it's become much more competitive. Obviously, we get amazing films from around the globe, honestly, and it's tough. We have a great panel of judges who go through all the films, and we had 102 submissions this year, so they watch through them, and it's always exciting because the quality is generally just amazing.
Yeah. What's the criteria to qualify for
well,
this?
Our first qualification is the Iowa Connection,
right?
And that's kind of something that's always been part of our festival, and that could be a cast or crew member who went to school or was born in Iowa, or the story could be about Iowa, or the filming could have taken place in Iowa. And a lot of people say, well, isn't that limiting? Do you only get ag films or Midwest pictures? And people who have come through Iowa, connected to Iowa in some way or another, are working in the film industry worldwide. And it's always exciting when we get a submission from you know, on the other side of the globe, from India, from England, from wherever. It's not limiting at all. It's actually it's exciting to see films come in from all over.
I am sure. Do you watch all of them?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Wow.
It's great. I mean, it's, you know, we got about 45 hours, I think, this year, so it's exciting and it's fun to watch, and there's always something new, something interesting.
Just to see the talent out there. What are some of the genres that you have? You
know, we like to say, and it's kind of cliche, that there's something for everyone. You know, we have dramas, comedies, documentaries, short films, long films. There's really something for anyone. And
musical films? We have
music videos. We have had musicals in the past. We don't have any this year, but yeah, it's really an interesting variety. And we tell people, you know, look at the schedule when you're coming. You know, find something that sounds really interesting to you, but also find something that maybe you wouldn't normally be interested in, because you might find something that opens your eyes to something new.
Absolutely. And you also have panel discussions?
Yes, we have a really interesting panel this year, Representation and Identity in Independent Film. It's very important as filmmakers, and for me as a filmmaker, I think about how do I depict and how do I work with people who aren't like me in crafting stories that resonate not only with those individuals, but also can bring in audiences and encourage empathy and understanding of people that are different than you. And you know, film is an awesome medium for stepping into someone else's world and seeing it through their eyes. And so this is going to be a discussion with some filmmakers who have films in this year to talk about how to work with and depict populations that may be misrepresented or misunderstood, you know, avoiding stereotyping, avoiding cultural appropriation and things like that. So it should be really exciting.
When is that?
That is on Saturday, Saturday the 5th at 4:15 p.m.
God, that sounds really incredible.
It does, yes.
It's so important for that reason.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You also support student filmmakers.
We love student filmmakers. You know, students are the future of the industry and the future of the art form. So we do Student Cinema Sunday on the 6th, where it's all student films. We spotlight their films. We give them the red carpet treatment. We have a forum discussion for them where we're going to talk you know, career aspirations and what's going on in schools right now, and what do you want to learn, and what stories do you want to tell, and what things are getting in the way of you telling those stories. And we're going to have panelists that can kind of talk about career goals and how to develop a career in filmmaking, and just open it up to questions. It's kind of designed to be just a roundtable thing where students are sharing ideas and filmmakers are sharing ideas, and it should just be a really interesting conversation.
And we just zoomed in on this. What is this?
That is the Eddie Award. We hand out 27 of those to professional and hobbyist and student filmmakers in several categories. We have audience choice and student audience choice Eddies.
Fun.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that if you have a filming, you're going to take home a nice piece of hardware, and yeah, we do a really neat Eddie Awards ceremony on Saturday night, brought to us by Farmer State Bank, and we hand out these trophies, and the audience gets to choose their favorites for both the regular films and for the student films. So it should be a lot of fun.
There's also a scholarship, is that correct?
There is the $1,000 Collins Road Theater Scholarship. That one lucky student filmmaker will get.
Well, that's really cool. So give us the details on this year's event, and maybe for next year, how can people submit a film?
So for this year's event, we are next weekend, April 4th through the 6th, and it's at Collins Road Theaters. The schedule is on crifm.org. Next year, we're not sure what next year holds, to be honest. Collins Road Theaters is up for sale. We may be changing locations.
Okay.
We're looking for more volunteers to help us grow. There's some great opportunities out there with other arts organizations that we've been talking to. So we encourage people. There is information on the website also about joining and becoming involved. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it.
It's
Thank you.
such a fun event.
Thank you.
Really cool.
All right, coming up next, the Amana Heritage Museum is here to talk about their grand opening of their new Homestead Folk Art Museum. You're watching Everyday Iowa on KCRG TV 9.